Hey guys, my name is Bretton. I use he, him pronouns, and I am the Young Adult Services Librarian at the Boyle County Public Library. Today we are going to be looking at our Teen Take and Make for June. In June we are making a Monster Book of Monsters from the world of Harry Potter, and so we're going to look at the supplies that you will be provided and some of the supplies that you'll need from home, and then we will get right into it. So let's get started. In your bag, you're going to have some instructions. You'll have the Monster Book of Monsters template. You'll have an image of some pages for the side of your book. You'll have this really fun cardboard box that will be the base of the Monster Book of Monsters. Inside, you will have some furry fabric. Other things in your kit include some glue, some brown vase stones, a brush, red and white modeling clay, and some polyfill. The supplies that you're going to need from home include a pair of scissors and a pencil. Alright, so our first step is to measure and cut out a piece of fabric for the front of the box and one for the back of the box. You'll want to orient your box this way so that you have plenty of fabric to have a bit of an overhang on all of the sides. A word of warning, when you cut this fabric it will shed a little bit, so just be aware of that. You'll probably have a little bit of leftover fabric once you're done making your cuts. Now that we have our pieces cut out, we're going to glue one side of our fabric to the back side of our book. So this is the top, so we're going to flip it over and glue it to the bottom here. Using your brush, just take some glue and put it all over the back side of your box. Alright, once you have glue all over the back side, what you're going to do is take your fabric and lay it over, right over the middle. And you want to make sure you center it really well so that it overhangs on all sides evenly. Flip it over. Then on the inside of your box, you can kind of push down to make sure that it has a really good seal. On the top side of our box, we are going to, at this point, draw a rectangle right in the middle. And on one of the sides, it's going to be a little concave. And now what we're going to do is take some glue and put glue everywhere except for this rectangle. Alright, take your other piece of fabric, and again we're going to lay it on right over the center. leaving an overhang on all sides. And we're going to want to let this dry completely before we go on to our next step. While we're waiting for our glue to dry, we can go ahead and start making the gums for the monster's mouth. So what you're going to do is take your red and white clay. Take your white clay and separate it into 2 pieces. And same thing with your red clay. Half of this red clay is yours to keep. It's extra, so you can set that to the side. And taking 1 piece white and 1 piece red, we're going to mix these together to make pink. All right, and taking about a ping pong ball sized amount of pink, we're going to roll it into a ball and squish it down until it's like a circle. Take our scissors to measure in half. And then take our pencil to make some holes for teeth. With our white, we can roll out some teeth. So you just take a little bit of white and shape it to be a tooth. And stick it in your little hole that you made. All right, and there we have 2 sides of some gums. And what we're going to do is push them up against the side of our box to make one side flat. Just like so. And then we're going to take the teeth off and let them air dry overnight. All right, so now at this point what we're going to do is the find the rectangle where we did not glue down the fabric, and we're going to cut a line along the front side of that rectangle so that we can make the eyes. So as you can see, we have this slot here on the front, and there's this little pocket from where we left that spot unglued. And in this pocket, what we're going to do is take our polyfill and fill up this hole. All right. Now what we're going to do is take our base stones, and using a black marker, we're going to draw some pupils onto our stone. Before we put the eyes in, what we're going to do is take some of this fur and glue it down over the hole to close the hole. And now what we can do is go ahead and glue on our eyes. Now what we want to do is wait for this to dry, and once it dries we can smooth down some of this fur over the eyes. But we're going to let it dry first. While that's drying, let's go ahead and cut out the words, "The Monster Book of Monsters." Alright, now that we have all of our words cut out, what we can do is start to pull some of this fur down over the eyes, just kind of in between the eyes. Just smooth it until it looks like how you want it to look. And now taking our words, we're going to glue these on the top part of the book. Just like that. And again, we're going to give this some time to dry fully. Our next step is to cut the edges of the fur to make them ragged. So what we're going to do is make some cuts. So we're going to make cuts so that it has this kind of an effect, that we have like these upside down triangles. So a quick instruction point that I forgot to point out earlier is that when we are gluing the top and the bottom on, we need to also glue the back here along the spine. So let's go ahead and do that right now. All right, and that's our finished product there. So at this point, I'm going to keep cutting along this bottom edge, similarly to what I've done on the top. And you can see the reverse here. I've just done these like triangles to make it a jagged edge. And that's on all around. So I'm going to go ahead and keep doing that on the bottom layer. Alright guys, at this point this is what we should be looking like. Got some nice flaps going on up here on the top and the bottom on all three sides, and then on the back where we glued down the one side. So our next step is to cut out strips of this piece of paper to put on the sides to make it look like pages. Alright guys, and when your teeth are fully dry and ready to go on your book, what you'll do is put some glue on the reverse and affix it to the side of your monster book right here. So let's do that. All right, guys, that's all I have for today's take and make. If you enjoyed this take and make, let us know. And be on the lookout for July's Team Take and Make, where we are going to be making folded book animals. So, as you can see, I have a wonderful unicorn here, but there will be templates for several different kinds of animals, and I hope you can join us for that one too. All right, until next time, be safe, be kind, wash your hands, and we'll see you at the next one. Okay, bye, guys.